with it.
Hey guys, what is up? I have Today I Grew Up right here.
Hey
We are
everybody.
hanging out. We just watched the video premiere. It was great. I
Yep.
hope you guys liked it. How are you? Let's wait a little bit for people
Yeah.
to come in.
No, it's fine. Yeah, it was. I think I didn't. You know what's the funny thing is when we connected and we hung out, I didn't think we are actually going to do a collab. But then when we were talking more, I was like, this makes sense. You're here. We have a lot of fans that are like similar. We should just combine our energies and like make an epic video.
Same. It was cool. It
Yeah.
really came out pretty good. It was fun to do.
Yeah.
Going out there, seeing your toy collection. That's amazing.
Right. And Giant Woody right here.
Oh my God. No, get away from me.
Imagine. He's trying to get in on the action.
He's like, hey, I'm the guy here.
Come over here.
What is up, everybody? If you guys have any questions, make sure to ask a few questions. We are here. We also have the Magic 8-Ball.
Yes,
You said he had one or something?
Yes, I actually have one in the case over here. Do you want me to get it out?
One?
Yeah, it's an original one. Yeah, it's like from the 90s or something. But I try to get the most like movie accurate one, but they're all pretty much look the same, for the most part. So it doesn't really matter what version you have. As long as it's a black one, then it fits with your Toy Story collection.
True.
Yeah.
So how about this? Do you have a question for the Magic 8-Ball?
I have a question for Magic 8-Ball. Will Woody attack Joey again in the future while he's sleeping?
Oh my God, that's okay. Here we go. Will Woody attack Joey in the future while he's sleeping? Okay. What is it? You may rely on it. Oh my God. There you go. Dang it, Woody.
Sorry about that, but yeah, I had to ask.
So Toy Story CMS says, today I grew up. Did you put on the Woody you bought from me? Did you put on question for you?
Oh, it's a Woody that so I actually bought a Woody from this fan accidentally because I was looking for a Woody for the movie accurate hands from 1995 that are open. And so it ended up being Toy Story CMS, which is funny. And I ended up cutting his Woody doll on camera on my episode where I had to do the hand swap for Woody because he had a cupped hand and I wanted to change it to the open hand.
OMG.
So in Toy Story 3, when Bonnie waves Woody goodbye, his hand's open like this. But the toy factories gave us a hand like this. So that's why I did a hand swap, and that's funny. Like
it's funny. I would never notice that little detail, but
yeah, you
do, and that's great.
Even the Giant Woody has an open hand, which is really funny. It's like more open, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's weird. But anyways, yeah, I still have that Woody. It's called the Room Guard Woody. It came out in the 90s. But I don't know. I might sell it a Woody in pieces pack on my shop because I have so many Woodies now, parts, because I mod Woody all the time. So I have extra heads, extra bodies. You saw it. You saw my
yeah. So you might sell like each individual, like a little kit, maybe.
I might do a Woody junkyard lot. I'll just call it like Woody junkyard lot, and then people could just buy it if they want to buy it.
Or a video.
Yeah, we can do that. It's also fun to have spare parts, because when I mod Woody, sometimes I'm like, oh, it's a good thing I had an extra holster or belt buckle or badge or whatever. So yeah, it's interesting.
Very cool, man. Well, I'm very happy to be here hanging out with you, where your premiere starts in like 5 minutes, right?
Yeah. So actually, let me actually go to my channel right now and make sure that it's accurate. Let's check it out.
It should. I think I saw that.
Yeah, so mine's coming out in 4 minutes.
So that's behind the scenes. I when I was there, you were recording and everything.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you got or what you put, so I'm just a little nervous.
It's about 7 minutes long. It's not too long, but it's got some blooper reels, like some extra outtakes. It's got kind of like you writing, in the process of writing.
Oh my God, I remember that.
And stuff like that. But don't worry, I did cut out some things like where I felt like, okay, we don't have to put that in there. But it's a fun video. It's very fun.
Okay. You could put everything.
And it's also cool because I feel like people really like to see behind the scenes because it gives them a sense of feeling like maybe they were there with us, when we're filming stuff.
So that'll be fun to see.
Yeah, so it'll be fun to see. And so I'm excited to put it out there. And see what people think about it. So I really liked your edit. Good job. I really like the scary feel that you put. It's kind of like that suspense of like what's gonna happen, and then Woody comes and attacks you out of nowhere, and then the Woody body's flying. That was like my favorite part.
Right? It was
like,
funny because
yeah,
we threw that in there, right? It was like a last minute thing.
last
And I was
minute
like, okay,
thing.
what do I do? And I'm like, oh, I'll make their
Yeah.
voices like high squeaky. So it sounds like little mini
Oh yeah.
minions, like just attacking and stuff.
It's like the ultimate nightmare. Imagine that really happened in real life. Like you have this giant Woody coming, and then a bunch of scary Woody parts coming at you. That's a pretty scary thing.
It's scary. Yeah, no, yeah.
We can talk a
That's
little
always
bit.
been my fear, actually.
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about exposure therapy since we mentioned that a little bit.
Oh yeah, go for it.
But like for people who don't know, exposure therapy is an actual therapeutic intervention and technique that therapists lead patients or clients on a journey to kind of get desensitized or satiated, we call it in psychology. So they get so used to a stimulus that it's almost become normalized. It's kind of like somebody who's afraid of a little dog, you know. Oh, I can't pet the dog. I can't see a dog. If I see a dog, I run. Well, what if every day we walk by the dog and they're on a leash and we stay 15 feet away from it? Like, do you feel safe? So I actually did that in real life with a client once. Is I got them closer to the dog. So little by little, they can go
No
5 feet
way. That
away,
is so
then
interesting.
3 feet away. Eventually, we got 1 foot away from the dog, and eventually, because it was a therapy dog, so it was appropriate, we were able to. He was able to pet the dog. So that was like the success of exposure therapy was let's expose you to something you're afraid of. So you get so used to it, it no longer becomes scary because maybe you had a traumatic experience that made you scared of the dog in the first place. But now we can help you overcome your fears with exposure therapy, you know?
Very interesting. I wanted to ask, have you ever had a case like in this video where they go crazy or it just goes out of hand or like the session goes bad?
That's a really, really good question. And yes, I've had experiences in therapy where I was like, that technique did not work for that client, you know?
That's
So
funny.
it happens, you know, and that's part of being a therapist too, was me learning how to be a real one. Was I had to practice with real clients, and I would work at a crisis center and somebody came and they were hearing voices, seeing things. They were schizophrenic basically. And I was thinking to myself, what if I use the empty chair technique, which we call in therapy, where they sit next to an empty chair and they pretend to talk to a person who's hurt them or traumatized them from their past, and just see what that conversation looks like so I can analyze it and process their trauma. So I say, you know, let's pretend this person that you were mad at or you feel something
Wow.
for is there. Let's have a conversation with them. If just pretend I'm not in the room, talk to that person in that chair, even though it's empty, and let's
This is
pretend,
so
right?
interesting.
Yeah. So during that session, because she was schizophrenic and she wasn't able to do that so coherently, she ended up just screaming at me and throwing stuff at me and like freaking out. And I had to cut session early. And then I learned, okay, her anxiety was too high, or it just wasn't the right time for her. And she needed medication, you know? So yeah, there's times in therapy where I was like, oh my gosh, I better run, duck, take cover. Cause you know, I'm going to get a chair thrown at me, a table flipped over.
Wow.
They're going to throw something through a window. So yeah, I mean, I've been through some traumatic experiences where it could be
Where
scary,
maybe you
but
needed some therapy
yeah,
too.
yeah. Therapists have therapists. You know, I definitely had one
Oh, do
too.
they?
Yeah, because it's like we go through a lot with people, and we kind of absorb that because we're empaths. You know, empathy. The it's like you're putting yourself in someone else's shoes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, but I survived. You know, I've done mental health 9 years, and I didn't die, so that's a good sign. So,
Dude, it's so interesting. I think I love the concept of like psychological stuff.
yeah, for sure. There's a
I
lot.
mean, I think it's really interesting. I don't
Yeah.
think it's good. I hope that, for the people, like,
Oh yeah.
that's good that they do that. But
Oh
it's
yeah.
it's fascinating to me. So I'm happy we did this collab and everything.
Oh no, yeah, totally.
And the
It's
way it
cool.
kind of ties to things,
And I'm kind of glad
much
that we're
deeper.
yeah, and I'm glad we're able to do something lighthearted and fun, but then also have deep discussions about, okay, this is a real issue. We can talk about it, you know? So
Yeah.
that's kind of a
Yeah.
cool.
I feel like people are afraid to talk about that. And it's
Yeah.
like, we shouldn't be afraid to talk about,
Mental health.
things, mental health and stuff like that. So,
Yeah. I totally agree.
yeah. So it's
All right.
7:00. Are we going to go to your,
Yeah. So everybody go
how
to
do you want to do it? Go for it.
Oh yeah. So everybody who's watching this right now, go to my premiere. It's actually the countdown is starting right now. It's called Therapy Gone Wrong, behind the scenes, a Knockeye and Today I Grew Up collab, basically. So If you go to my YouTube page, youtube.com/TodayIGrewUP, you can find it right now. It's premiering right now. And if you want to watch the behind the scenes and some fun outtakes, you know where to go. That's
Cool.
basically
Should we end this live and go watch it?
Yeah,
or
we can
should
do-
we watch it together? It's your choice.
I think we should just end it and then like everybody have fun and we can just answer questions in our comment sections.
Good
Yeah.
idea. Good idea.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. Well, thank you so much for joining, guys.
Yeah,
Go check it
totally.
out. It's starting right now.
All right. Thanks,
See you
Joey.
later.
Take care.
Have a good one.
All right. Bye.